In this video, I will tell you about the bad adaptations by Netflix. But first, I have a challenge for you. Only 5% of viewers will be able to like and subscribe to the channel before time runs out. 3, 2, 1. Comment done if you manage to do it in time. Bet. 2025. Bet is a series inspired by the manga and anime Kakegurui, Mad Gambling, created by Kawamura Homura, which was serialized from 2014 to 2023. The story is set in an elite boarding school in Japan where students engage in high-stakes, often deadly, gambling as their primary social activity. The manga was adapted into an anime in 2017 by Studio Mappa, renowned for its vivid art style, over-the-top plot twists, and provocative themes. It explores themes of risk, authority, obsession, and social hierarchy, often featuring hyper-stylized visuals, sexualized villains, and intense psychological battles. Note: the first episode introduces the main character, Suzu Ryo, a seemingly average student who arrives at the school and quickly finds her luck changing after meeting the fearless gambler Yumiko, a mysterious and daring girl who challenges the existing social order through dangerous bets. In the series, the students' lives revolve around gambling. Victories grant power, influence, and wealth, while losses lead to debt, humiliation, or subjugation. The first episode opens with Suzu Ryo arriving at the school, where she witnesses the brutal hierarchy and the deadly stakes involved in gambling matches. Yumiko, the enigmatic protagonist, immediately stands out with her fearless attitude and high-stakes style, setting the tone for the series' exploration of obsession, social manipulation, and the thrill of risk. The Netflix adaptation struggles to translate the manga's intense psychological and stylistic elements into a live-action format. The opening episode is plagued with awkward acting, superficial dialogue, and shallow characterizations. The characters are often reduced to stereotypes: Yumiko as the fearless rebel, Suzu as the naive outsider, and their motivations are underdeveloped. The adaptation relies heavily on flashy visuals and fan service, sacrificing the complex themes of morality, social critique, and obsession that made the original manga compelling. The pacing is uneven, with too much focus on style and superficial shock value, leading to a lack of depth. Moreover, many fans criticize the deviation from the original's nuanced portrayal of risk and power dynamics, turning it into a superficial spectacle. Avatar: The Last Airbender, 2024. The original animated series, Avatar: The Last Airbender, 2005 to 2008, created by Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, is widely regarded as one of the greatest animated series ever made. Drawing inspiration from Asian cultures, martial arts, and philosophy, it tells the story of Aang, a young airbender who must master all four elements to bring balance and peace to a war-torn world. The series was praised for its sophisticated storytelling, deep character development, and respectful cultural representation. Its success led to comic books, a sequel series, The Legend of Korra, and a dedicated global fan base. This upcoming live-action adaptation aims to retell the story of Aang, a young airbender and the last of his kind, who discovers he is the Avatar, the one destined to bring harmony to the four nations. With the help of friends Katara, Sokka, Toph, and others, Aang embarks on a journey to master all four elements: air, water, earth, and fire, and defeat the Fire Nation's imperial ambitions. The series explores themes of friendship, responsibility, and self-discovery, set within a richly constructed universe inspired by various Asian and indigenous cultures. Despite anticipation, the project has faced criticism over casting choices that lack cultural authenticity, with accusations of whitewashing, which angered fans and cultural commentators. Past controversies surrounding representation cast doubt on whether the series will faithfully honor the original cultural influences. There are also concerns about whether the adaptation will preserve the depth, moral complexity, and nuanced storytelling that made the original series a cultural phenomenon. The success of the adaptation depends heavily on culturally sensitive casting, respectful storytelling, and maintaining the integrity of the source material. The Witcher, 2019. Based on the book series by Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski, The Witcher has gained international popularity through its novels, short stories, and especially the 2007 to 2018 video game franchise by CD Projekt Red. The original material is rooted in Slavic mythology and features a gritty, morally ambiguous fantasy world filled with monsters, magic, and complex characters. The Netflix adaptation aims to bring this rich universe to a wider audience, blending multiple timelines and storylines into a serial format. The series explores themes of destiny, prejudice, and the nature of good and evil, with a focus on character-driven plots and epic battles. Centered on Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter in a medieval-inspired world, the series weaves multiple timelines involving sorceress Yennefer, Princess Ciri, and the political chaos engulfing the continent. Geralt struggles to find his place amid rising tensions and dangerous creatures, while Yennefer's own dark past unfolds, revealing her transformation from a deformed orphan into a powerful sorceress. While the first season was generally well received, subsequent seasons faced issues with inconsistent storytelling and tonal shifts. Fans criticized the non-linear timeline that, while stylistically interesting, confused many viewers. Some also felt that character development was uneven, with certain characters losing depth or deviating from their source material. The series sometimes prioritized visual spectacle over narrative coherence and moral nuance, leading to a less satisfying experience for fans of the books and games. Critics also pointed out that certain plot points were altered or simplified, reducing the complexity of the original stories. Death Note, 2017. This live-action adaptation of the iconic Japanese manga and anime follows high school student Light Yagami, who discovers a mysterious notebook called the Death Note. The notebook grants its user the power to kill anyone whose name they write within it. Light becomes convinced he can rid the world of evil, adopting the persona of Kira. As he begins his crusade, a brilliant detective known only as L is tasked with catching him. The series explores themes of justice, morality, and the corrupting influence of power. The Netflix adaptation was heavily criticized for its significant deviations from the source material. Fans lamented the casting choices, feeling actors like Nat Wolff, Light, and Margaret Qualley, Misa, failed to embody the complex personalities of the original characters. The plot was simplified and condensed, losing much of the psychological tension and philosophical depth of the manga. Many viewers found the story rushed and underdeveloped, with poor pacing and inconsistent tone. A particular point of contention is the portrayal of L. In the original canon, L is depicted as a mysterious, eccentric genius with a distinctive appearance and mannerisms that exude intelligence and enigma. In the adaptation, L is portrayed as more straightforward and less eccentric, which diminishes the character's intrigue and the psychological cat-and-mouse dynamic that is central to the story. This departure significantly impacts the series' ability to capture the essence of the original series. The ending, in particular, was seen as unsatisfying and disconnected from the original narrative, leading to widespread disappointment among fans of the manga and anime. The Irregulars, 2021. Set in Victorian London, The Irregulars follows a group of street-smart teenagers who work for Dr. Watson, assisting him in solving supernatural mysteries. The team includes Bee, Billy, Leopold, Spike, and Jesse, who uncover dark secrets of the city while dealing with their personal struggles. The series aims to reimagine Sherlock Holmes's universe through a gritty, supernatural lens. While aiming for a darker, more modern take on Holmes, The Irregulars was criticized for inconsistent tone and weak narrative coherence. The characters lacked depth, and their motivations were often superficial. The plot relied heavily on supernatural elements, which many viewers felt conflicted with the detective origins, leading to confusion about the series' tone. The pacing was uneven, with some episodes feeling rushed and others dragging. Critics also pointed out that the series did not effectively utilize its setting or characters, resulting in a derivative and uninspired story. Overall, it was seen as a missed opportunity to refresh the Sherlock Holmes universe with meaningful storytelling. Sweet Girl, 2021. Sweet Girl stars Jason Momoa as a father, seeking justice for his wife's death and his daughter's safety. He uncovers a conspiracy involving a pharmaceutical company responsible for his wife's illness. The film follows his relentless quest for vengeance, involving tense action sequences and moral dilemmas. The film was heavily criticized for its predictable plot and lack of originality. The story relied on familiar revenge tropes, and the character motivations were underdeveloped. Critics also pointed out that the pacing was uneven, with some scenes feeling unnecessarily prolonged while others skipped important exposition. The dialogue was often cliché, and the emotional beats felt forced or superficial. The action sequences, though visually impressive, couldn't elevate the film beyond its formulaic structure. Fans and critics alike felt that Sweet Girl was a missed opportunity to deliver a compelling, nuanced revenge thriller. Thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe to the channel, and check out my other videos. There's still a lot of interesting stuff. See you later.